Childcare centres will no longer be required to operate on Saturdays starting in 2025. The Social and Family Development Ministry announced the move as part of efforts to improve working conditions for early childhood educators and attract more people to the sector. Ahead of the official start date, childcare centres will have the option to phase out Saturday operations beginning next year if they see no demand for the service. Operators with multiple centres can also choose to run designated centres on Saturdays so they can deploy a smaller pool of teachers to these locations.
Through this phased approach, we provide preschools, parents, employers sufficient time to make arrangements. This timeline allows the small number of families affected by this change to work out arrangements with their employers or to make alternative caregiving arrangements. We encourage employers to support employees by exercising flexibility when rostering on Saturdays so one parent can provide care.
It's part of the government's plan to transform the sector through digitalisation to better address evolving preschool needs and make early childhood education a more attractive career choice. The goal is to grow the workforce by at least 2,500 from more than 24,000 currently. There are also plans to make teachers' pay more competitive, build bigger childcare centres and provide more resources to improve teaching and preschool programmes.
Well, some childcare centres and parents of preschoolers believe removing the requirement for Saturday childcare is a step in the right direction. They say proper rest for the educators translates into better care for the children. Alibam Shah has more.
This is all in a day's work for educators like Miss Yasmin Balik, caring for these curious minds. She's the principal of Morning Glory Childcare Centre, where 8 full-time teachers take turns to work a Saturday every month. She knows the toll long hours and weekend duties have on her staff, so allowing teachers to take back their Saturdays will make a difference by giving them the time and space to recharge and refresh.
Sometimes they do have the passion, but they don't have the energy. Yeah, so it will affect how they interact with the children, how they teach. Yeah, that's affecting the children's development and what they're learning in school.
But Ms. Yasmin also believes more can be done to support early childhood educators and improve their well-being at school.
One way is to have non-contact time. Non-contact time means that they are away from children. They can have their own time to prepare materials, to set their classrooms, prepare teaching aids, or they can just re-energize themselves before they get back to the class.
Mr. Garishan, a father of 3 including a preschooler, welcomes the move as well. He says that in the long run, it's the children who will benefit.
I always think that if you have happy teachers, you will have happy children. So if the teacher is have certain can even take time off during weekends, and then that will actually helps them to free up their well-being, so that they can better take care of the children.
Social and Family Development Minister Masagos Zulkifli announced the change as part of new measures to transform the sector and grow its workforce. He says the shift will take place gradually to help families transition and arrange alternative childcare. Families who are affected by the change, meanwhile, can consider using alternatives like engaging in formal babysitting services or even enrolling their children in playgroup and enrichment classes conducted at community clubs on Saturday mornings.